For those of you that don't know, MDF, which stands for Medium Density Fiberboard, is now one of the most used boards in the building trade industry. It's not only used on skirting boards and architraves, you can also find it in toys, furniture and much more. However, not many people know of its origins, who created it or where it came from. This video aims to give you a new insight into MDF so that you can understand how it became one of the most used products in the world today. MDF was first developed in the 1960s with production starting in Poughkeepsie, New York. A similar product, the hardboard, was created in the 1920s by William Mason, and it ended up providing the foundation for MDF. So, how did Mason create the hardboard? Well, Mason attempted to turn old wood chips discarded by lumber mills into affordable insulation. But when he forgot to shut down his equipment one evening, his machinery continued working, and the result? It turned the wood chips into a thin, durable sheet. This was a complete accident, but little did Mason know, his creation would become one of the most useful ever made. For those of you who don't know, MDF uses sawdust and wood fibres along with recycled materials to help keep costs down and allow the board to get mass produced. Compared to other boards such as plywood, MDF has a few advantages over other wood products. It can be manufactured at almost any thickness, its surface is ideal for painting, veneering or laminating, and it can be cut smoothly without splintering. This means more complex shapes and patterns can be made cleanly and precisely, making it ideal for architectural moulding effects. For the masses, this means creating items, furniture, and for some, the ideal house. Think about it, with so much of the house possibly needing a change or a new decorating feature, wood would be too hard to work with. MDF on the other hand is easy to use, making shapes with it is a lot easier, and with new ways to use it for creativity uses or domestic uses, there's endless possibilities to MDF. This might explain why MDF started to gain traction over other fiberboards and woods in the 1980s. The do-it-yourself personalities and the trade industry all around the world started to see the real potential of it, buying it in droves and giving birth to many more MDF factories all over the world. For the UK, however, many people may recall a certain television show called Changing Rooms. This initial BBC Two TV show featured Handy Andy, a professional handyman who used MDF a lot when he was helping redecorate people's homes. The show was then transferred to BBC One starting in 1998 and went on to become one of the most successful lifestyle programmes in the UK. This increased exposure helped cement the popularity of MDF in the UK, and it showed viewers why it was a worthwhile investment. Thanks to this and the increased usage of it, MDF is now everywhere today. It's still considered the go-to fiberboard for many in the trade industry, and for those who love DIY, it remains popular as it's much cheaper than the other fiberboards and it's much more flexible, allowing for shapes to be easier to mould. There are now over 750 plants in the world that produce MDF today. This will ensure that MDF will be a mainstay product, allowing it to continue the booming growth it's currently enjoying. With that concludes our video. Hopefully you found it useful and insightful, and until next time, we will see you in our next video.